Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. It's been an exhausting couple of days here, but the dry docking process is underway. The ship has moved from Camden to Paulsboro, New Jersey, and in today's video, we've got some time lapse of the footage. Thank all of you who tuned in on the live stream. We were amazed by how many of you joined us live. Thank all of you who came out to the pier or to somewhere along the river here to see us go by. We were blown away by that on a, what was it, Wednesday afternoon? Thursday afternoon? A Thursday afternoon. Absolutely incredible show of support from you guys. On the off chance that you don't want to sit there and watch the full 3-hour video of us going down the river, today's video is going to be more of a condensed time-lapse version of that, so you can see the ship go. Just as a recap, we had 4 McAllister tugboats with us. McAllister did the entire tow, so they had their personnel on the ship communicating with the tugboats. One tugboat was on our hip, and they were more or less providing the power. We had one each at the bow and the stern, and those were doing the navigation, bumping us one way or the other as we had to steer going down the river. And then we had a 4th one that was more the standby boat if they needed somebody to jump in somewhere, or if one of the boats had a mechanical issue or something, they could have jumped in and taken over. The most important moment for me, certainly the one with the most pucker factor, was going under the Walt Whitman Bridge. As those of you who are longtime viewers of the channel know, one of the major early steps in this project was cutting off the mast and the radar antenna so that we could fit under the bridge. Just a reminder, the ship normally sits at about 176 feet above water, and the bridge is 150 feet. Actually 145 when there's cars on it. So we cut the mast off the bridge. The folks who run the bridge were kind enough to close it for the 15-minute period or so that we went under. And our math was right. We were able to safely transit under the bridge. So the process started with us being pushed essentially straight out from the pier, just broadside onto the river. This was because the channel cut from the main shipping channel to our pier was more or less parallel to the pier. We couldn't start going forward or we'd get into some shallow water. Once we were more or less in the channel, they pinwheeled us about 180 degrees. With using the tugboats to push us around. At that point, we went from our starboard side being up against the pier to our starboard side being broadside to Olympia. They fired a salute to us, we fired a salute to them, and then we sailed past. The blue tall ship there you see is Mooshaloo. You may also be able to see the Philadelphia Ship Preservation Guild ships. The white sailing ship is Gazella, and the little green tugboat is Jupiter. Those are 2 other museum ships that are being preserved as well. You might have been able to see some of the submarine Bakuna moored inboard of Olympia as part of Independence Seaport Museum. As we went down the river, you could see the funnels and then the stern of SS United States as we went past her. She's another ship that's in the process of being saved to hopefully one day become a museum ship. Of course, then we sail under the Walt Whitman Bridge. The next big exciting thing was getting to the Navy Yard. All the yard workers there who are going to work on the ship when we get there were there to wave at us as we went past and then call out, "You're going the wrong way. You're supposed to make a right here." So we went past where we would have turned to go into the Navy Yard, where we will be going on the 27th. Went down the river a little bit further, and then we came here to the Paulsboro Marine Terminal, where we basically did the docking evolution in reverse. The tugboats pinwheeled us in the river 180 degrees so that our bow is now facing back up towards the Navy Yard. They're not going to have to do this on the 27th. And then they pushed us right in against the dock. We also sailed past Fort Mifflin and fired a salute at them as well. Throughout the evolution, we had the ship dressed for colors, which means we had signal flags on our up and overs. They intentionally do not spell anything. The Navy has a prescribed order that you dress the ship for colors so that they do not spell anything. The signal flags on our halyards did spell something or symbolize something. Two of my favorites were NJBB, the ship's 1980s call sign, and PNSY for Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, where we're headed. We also had two of the ship's battle flags flying. One from the early 80s, one from the later 80s, right around 1990. And we've done videos on each of those individually. So be sure to check the link in the description to watch those if you want more information about those flags. Again, we are temporarily in Paulsboro, New Jersey to ballast the ship. And then on Wednesday, March 27th, we are going to move the ship from here over to the Philadelphia Navy Yard. There will be another live stream for that move. So make sure you tune in and watch that on Wednesday. Draining the dry dock will likely be a day-long affair. So when we get in there Wednesday night, it'll likely be Thursday night before the ship is actually drained out and sitting on the blocks. And that's assuming that everything goes according to plan, which it never does with major projects like this. So expect to see the ship go into the dry dock on the 27th and then be high and dry on the 28th. Remember to keep following us. We're going to post all about this. You'll get all the information that you could possibly want about the process as we go. And then, starting on April 6th, you will have your chance to come and walk under Battleship New Jersey in dry dock. We are currently selling tickets for tours of the dry dock with the ship in it. So be sure to check the link in the description to sign up for those. Again, there are a finite number of tour slots available. We're limited to how many people can be in the dry dock at one time, how many people can be with a tour guide at one time, and limited to daylight hours, and limited to days when there is not work actively going on in the yard. So we have something like 5,000 total slots, and once those are sold, that's all we can do. There's nobody else that can get in. So make sure you get your tickets now. Which part of the ship are you most excited to see in dry dock? Let us know in the comment section down below. I can't wait to see the tunnel that's formed by the ship's twin docking keels, the skegs that hold the inboard propellers. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to donate to support the museum. You can also support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find out about us and our channel. Thanks for watching.